I'm curious about this because your faith plays an important part in the business, in your life. Where did that start? Because you mentioned in one of the interviews that you've done that it wasn't on the way down, it was on the way up that you began to practice. And was there a catalyst, or where did that start, or what prompted that? And how were you before that point?
Well, yeah, the phrase we always use is I met God on the way up. I got to know him on the way down, meaning that first rise in wealth. And so I do everything backwards. A lot of people, their faith journey begins at a point of crisis. Mine was at a point of prosperity, but it deepened with the going through that bankruptcy walk over 2.5 years. And so I met God as an adult, and but I didn't have a framework for really anything. How do I be a good husband? Okay, I'm going to learn that from biblical teaching. How do you raise good kids? I'm going to learn that from a source of truth, biblical teaching. I'm going to learn how to handle money. I'm going to learn leadership. and because the principles are there within biblical wisdom, and it just gave me a framework to form my character. And so then, that's why I don't read comments, because I'm not really taking a poll. We're going to do what we're going to do, and if you don't like it, it's okay. I understand. There's a lot of stuff you can watch and a lot of stuff you can buy in other places, and it's okay. But this is who we are, and we're not trying to rub it in someone's face in terms of our faith, but it is who we are, and we're not going to be apologetic about it. And then, of course, we get a lot of hate and a lot of stuff from that. But people generally respect someone that's very authentic. Yeah. I've got friends that are deeply involved in a different faith, Muslim or Jewish or whatever, and I tremendously respect them for being who they are. And it's people that change and blow with the wind and virtue signal just to try to let everybody know that they're, I'm into this thing or I'm into that thing, so that you like them. And I'm like, we're not taking a poll.
Yeah. Was there a moment for you though where you feel like your faith had, increased, or was there a pivotal point, I guess, in your 20s?
It did increase. Yeah. It deepened in the pain, the stress level of walking through losing everything, and the strain it put on our marriage. It deepened, that pain point deepened the quality of our faith. And then, stuff around here we all go through crap, whether it's just drama or whatever it is, or a stress point, and you go, okay, I got to decide really what my center is on this. Where am I drawing my, what's my source? Sure. Really, where am I going with this? And so, it's a walk. It's not a singular decision. It's not a singular inflection point.
Got it. Now, you've been married for how many years? 40. 40 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's incredible. What have you noticed that's led to such a long-standing relationship? And a happy relationship, I presume.
Yeah, Sharon says we've had 33 good years of marriage. So
there we go. All right, it's a good ratio. That's not terrible.
But thank God she's not married to the guy she married originally. He's gotten better over time. I've grown. I've learned how to be a better man. Learned how to be a better husband. Learned how to be a better dad. And now I have the privilege of being a granddad. And if I'd have known how great grandkids were going to be, I'd have been nicer to their parents. But that's it is a little bit like leading a team, or raising kids, or just dealing with the audience. Are you there to add value and help, or are you there to take? And takers just don't. The parasites of this life, they don't do as well, and they don't have as high quality experience. And the odd thing is if you choose to serve, you end up, in a position of prosperity in every part of your life. And so, sometimes when I serve a team member, I'm asking them to work somewhere else because they suck at their job. And so they really need to go do something they're good at, we serve them by not letting them work here. We serve the rest of the team if someone's misbehaving by not letting them stay in the building, and so that people here are safe. and emotionally safe with that situation. So it's an act of service sometimes to be strong and to take action. But that's true in marriage. It's true in leadership, and it's true certainly with kids.
How do you feel that you've improved and evolved as both a husband and a father?
Well, I'm not arrived, but I am better. And I think I'm a better leader. I used to be more of a boss. I'm a better, but it's a character issue, and it really does come down to, deciding that you're going to get the most joy out of adding value to other people. You're going to get the most reward out of helping someone else do their thing. Without just saying, okay, what can I get out of this? What can I get out of this? What can I get out of this?
One thing I kind of wanted to harp back on is the amazing culture that you guys have established here. We were told by your head of security that once every week you get all 1,200 employees in one room and talk to them all about the different stuff going on with the business, for everyone to get updated on what's going on. How effective have you found that to make the culture better here? Because I know between Graham and me and our other partner Alex, we don't have meetings, and it's only 3 people.
It's through text message every now and then.
Yeah, and I guess we could do a lot better of a job with that, but I just want to know how that contributes to the culture here, and have you found that to be to contribute a high ROI?
We've learned so many things the hard way by doing it wrong and doing it stupid. What we figured out is that where there is no communication, it's very difficult, or limited communication or poor communication, it's very difficult to build trust. And when you don't trust the people you're working with, you spend all your energy looking over your shoulder for the knife that's coming, or all your energy spent on instead of doing the thing. But when everybody has a level of trust, a high level of trust, it's never perfect because we're all humans, but when you have a high level of trust, things run really fast, really efficiently. Productivity goes up. And so even when there was like 10 of us, we would just get around a conference table and go, okay, what are we working on? What's everybody doing? Because if the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing, they do not assume good. They assume bad. They assume it's going to be bad, and there's something bad. If they think they would rather hear bad news that's the truth than no news, because they assume bad when it's no news. And oftentimes there was no news or no good or no bad news. But if you just don't talk about it when there is bad news, you don't talk about it when and just let people know what's going on. And so our once a week staff meeting, 1,200 people, 50 weeks a year, or whatever it is, for 48 weeks a year, we end up in that room. That's a heavy investment in payroll if you just add the dollars up for an hour of that every week. But the ROI on it is this level of trust goes up because you get to hear George up there. We had a panel with all the personalities on there the other day, this week, and they get to see the personalities, and it was a behind the scenes kind of joking. They're cutting up, and they're telling stories on each other and what they're working on right now, what they dream about in the future, and some of the stuff that led them here. And it was really, the team gets to love the personalities then and wants to work with them and for them and help them and that kind of thing. And then we had a guy get up and talk about what's happening with the high school curriculum that we've got. So we know what's going on with that. And we're able to get that. We're changing this around. And here's the thing we're offering. And here's a test we ran that bombed and didn't work. And, people get up and tell what's happening in the different areas of the business because, there's a lot of different things going on in these buildings. And, I don't even know sometimes what's going on over there. If I don't, get reports in from the leadership team on it, I would have zero clue. But it's really refreshing, and we have to be real careful for it to not be boring, because you can sit over there and go, this doesn't have anything to do with me. Oh, God, I'm so tired. I don't want to be here anymore and listen to this crap. You don't want to do all that. So it needs to be quick, concise, need to be uplifting, and it needs to be truthful. And we also recognize people. We use it for recognition. We use it to restate the core values and say, hey, here's the core value of this, and I'll teach on it a little bit. I'll speak, and that kind of thing. And so it's just a real good, solid. And once we kind of said, this is a lot of money, we really need to, because we kind of just used to walk in and just like ad hoc do it, but now it's very programmed and has an agenda, and how many minutes you've got is on a clock up there and that kind of, it's because it's such a heavy investment. We want it to be good and tight, but that helps a lot, because then when the right hand knows what the left hand is doing, things move at the speed of trust. And if I don't have to think about whether you got my back or whether you know what the flip you're doing or whatever, then I can go do my thing, and everybody's that way in the whole building.
If you've ever been denied a car loan, credit card, or even an apartment because of what's on your credit report, you are not alone. Most people don't even know what's hurting their credit score, let alone how to fix it. That is exactly where our sponsor DisputeBeast comes in. It's an AI-powered platform that helps you find and remove outdated or inaccurate items from your credit report fast.
We're talking things like late payments, old accounts and collections, or even accounts that don't belong to you. Not to mention, how it works is super easy. You connect your credit report and DisputeBeast scans it for negative marks that could be dragging down your score. Then it generates custom dispute letters tailored for your situation, no templates and no guesswork.
You could choose to just download the data and send it to the agencies yourself, or you can use their built-in mail service where they will literally handle everything for you.
It's honestly just really clean and simple to use, and it's built by experts.
So if you're ready to take back control of your credit, go to disputebeast.com/ICH today. There's also a link down below in the description, disputebeast.com/ICH. Guys, they will literally handle everything for you. If you're dissatisfied with your credit, they will do all of the research, let you know what's going wrong, and they will fight for you. disputebeast.com/ICH. Thank you so much to DisputeBeast for sponsoring this clip.